Hi there, stampers and crafters. My name is Tami White from stampwithtami.com, and today is an exciting day because today is my Stampin' Demonstrator group's December blog hop, and our theme this month is New Year's. And I have got a party set for you. Today I'm going to show you how to make these awesome party favor projects. We've got a party popper and this super stinking cute champagne bottle. Lots of fun. You're going to want to stay tuned to the end of this video because we have a fantastic giveaway for you. And it's totally free. I'll reveal that at the end in case you're not familiar with how a blog hop works. A group of bloggers inside my Stampin' Demonstrator group have all gotten together, some of your favorites, and you know their projects are over the top, and we have all designed projects for New Year's. They're all free for you to enjoy. They're all fantastic and over the top, and all you need to do to see them is pop on over to my blog after this video, and you can take the tour right from my blog. And you can do that simply by clicking in the link in the YouTube description below this video. All right, let's get started. Here's our super fun party set up close. This is such a fun, quick, easy party gift, favor idea. So you can get these tiny little, these are cava champagne bottles. I just got these at the local liquor store. You can get these little baby champagne / cava bottles anywhere. Super fun. Here are some basic supplies that I'm going to be using to create our New Year's projects. All of these are available in my online store. The only exception in my online store is obviously the champagne is not available there. Although maybe we should be making that request. Kidding! And the tissue paper isn't available there. I'll have a free PDF on my blog with all of the supplies that I'm using today listed, as well as the measurements. And you can get all the details on these projects simply by going to my stampwithtami.com blog at this URL or clicking in the link in the YouTube description below. Super easy. By the way, these stamp sets are teeny tiny wishes for the Happy New Year and Gorgeous Grunge, and the large numbers and stars framelits as well. I've got 3 strips here. This is for the words, this is for the party cracker, and for the champagne bottle. I'm going to take this Stamping Emboss Buddy and I'm going to rub it over all 3 pieces before we get started to keep the static down. Well, I'll just show you why this is important in just a second. We'll be using some Versamark ink pad because we will be doing heat embossing. Taking the Happy New Year and stamping it on the little strip. And then we'll be stamping this splatter from Gorgeous Grunge all over the back of both of these black strips. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see it a little bit in there. We're going to take some gold emboss powder and we're going to pour that right over the top. And then flick off the excess. And I'm going to show you this up close. See how with the embossing buddy, all of that excess just literally poured right off. Now, if I didn't use the embossing buddy, do you see all of that residual in the background? See all of this? The static has actually stuck the powder to the cardstock. And here's the difference. I'm actually going to heat them both so you can see what happens when you don't use the embossing buddy and why it's important. It's like static cling. Remember that Static Guard commercial? Static gets stuck on you. And we're just going to continue to pour the gold embossing powder over all 3 sections. There it is on our little Happy New Year strip. Okay, next we're going to take our handy dandy heat tool, which is pretty awesome when it does. So cool to watch. And there's our little Happy New Year tag. And we'll just continue right on doing that with all 3 sheets. And it is just awesome when it's all done. So here I'm just going to show you up close the difference between using the embossing buddy and this one where I had forgotten to use the embossing buddy. See all that extra film that's kind of in the background? That is nice and clean on this one. Okay, next up on these 2, they're going to be going around round cylinders. And because the black is a very thick cardstock, I'm going to kind of break up the fibers just a little bit, make it easier to bend. And I'm just using a bone folder to do that. And I want to do that as well on the larger sheet. It's a little bit harder to do on the larger sheet. The more you can get those fibers to bend, the easier it will stay and not pop up at you. Sometimes when you have thick cardstock around a round thing, it tends to pop at you. So that will help that. Next up, we've got the large number thimblets. It is going to be 2017. So we'll be taking the 2017 and the second smallest star framelit. I've got some Stampin' Up! Gold Glimmer paper that's available in my online store, as well as these dies. So we're just gonna line those up on the gold glimmer paper. I'm on the magnetic platform. We've got a cutting pad under the paper and a cutting pad on top, and we'll just crank that through. I just love this big shot. And then these guys are all cut out for you, ready to roll. Now we have all of our pieces ready for assembly. So we'll start with the champagne bottle. And that is gonna take the smaller band. Just pop another one of these fun little champagne bottles out of the pack. On the back of this, I'm going to be using the Stampin' Up! Tear tape. You could also use the fast fuse adhesive. Snail will not be strong enough to hold this on this 3D item. So you definitely want a stronger adhesive. One little tip on both of these pieces, you may actually want to dollop from a hot glue gun at the very end, just to keep it from popping at the very end. So I've got 3 strips on here. I'm just peeling off the protective backing. I'm even going to put an extra one at the very end. And this is where you might want to put a dot from a hot glue gun, right at this very end part. Just want to line it up with the bottle. I have measurements for this on the blog on the free PDF. If you have a different brand of champagne that you're using, or cava in this case, you might want to adjust your strip to fit that particular bottle. Now we've got some sequins. I love these sequins, and you just cannot use enough of these. I've got a good long piece here that I'm just going to tie around the neck of the bottle. I don't even think that's long enough. I think I want it even longer than that. I want more sequins. I'm just going to actually tie that in a little knot as best you can with the sequins. Oh my gosh, so cool, isn't it? That is just, it's super easy and super cool. So next up, I'm going to attach the Happy New Year to the star with some Stampin' Dimensionals. Just using a little edge piece here because it's already nice and thin. Stick that on the back of the Happy New Year, and that can go right on the star. Right in the center. And then dimensionals at the top and the bottom of the star. I'm leaving a little space here to go around the knot that we just tied in the sequence because that pops up a little bit. Let me just show you. It doesn't lay all that flat, so I'm going to put that in between the 2 dimensionals, and this should keep our sequins in place. Isn't that just so adorable? So quick and easy and so fun to make. Now we want to make the matching party popper or cracker. These, again, super easy to make. You either want a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll. I have a paper towel roll here, and I cut it into thirds, so I already cut the first third off, so these are the second 2 right here. And then I've got some tissue paper here. It's about 10 inches across. The size isn't all that important because you can always cut it down. Maybe a 10 by 10 here. The original I did really long, like maybe a 10 by 20, and I rolled up 20, maybe 20 or more inches of tissue paper, and I think it was too thick on the ends. I want it to be a little bit thinner, so I cut that in half. So bottom line is it's about a 10 by 10. I'm going to put a little bit of snail adhesive. You could also use sticky strip right here at the bottom. Stick it to your little roll and just roll it up. And then a little bit of adhesive at the end. And then I'm just going to pinch these ends. And we'll take our sequins. Again, nice long pieces on the sequins. Make it fun, and just tie those. And you obviously want to put your candy in here before you finish tying your sequins on. And on the back of our roll cover, I am again putting 3 strips of tear tape or fast fuse. I prefer the tear tape. Actually, I'm going to do 4. I'm going to go extra strong on this one to keep it from popping up. And then I'm putting 1 extra piece of reinforcement on the end. Keep that end down. Wrap that around our roll and seal. Just a tip, I mentioned this before. If that pops up on you, you might want to put a dollop of a hot glue gun there to keep it sealed. So I used the Stampin' dimensional edges on the back of the numbers, like right in the middle. And our little party crackers are complete. Absolutely love them. Such a super fun party set. Don't forget, there's a free PDF on my blog. And now let's hear about that awesome giveaway. Those awesome projects were inspired by Kathrin Labus. I hope you've enjoyed them. Our giveaway this month is the designer tin of tags and the matching stamp set. Fantastic! And you can enter to win multiple times. Simply pop on over to my blog and leave a comment with the hashtag #StampItContest to be entered. You can enter once on each blog in the hop. Make sure you leave the hashtag #StampItContest, no spaces. It's important that you do the hashtag #StampItContest with no spaces because we actually use that hashtag to pull the comments to do our drawing. Very important if you want to be entered. And the drawing will be on January 15th. And if you're watching this after the deadline, don't worry. Just simply pop on over to the specials page on my blog and all of my current giveaways and contests will be listed there. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season. I will be back next week with the bloopers from the second half of 2016. All kinds of funnies. Be prepared to laugh. Enjoy the blog hop. Good luck at the contest, and thanks for joining me.